Your person talked about you today with their brother and you won't believe what he said, you will never. My beloved child, come closer and listen with the quiet place of your heart, because today the wind carried a message to me, and that message carried your name. You were not in the room, yet your presence was there like a soft light, and the one you keep in your thoughts spoke about you in a voice that tried to be calm but could not hide its trembling. My beloved child, you think you are forgotten when the world becomes silent, but today your name was spoken with care, with wonder, and with a feeling that surprised even the one who spoke it. My beloved child, he was sitting with his brother, speaking about ordinary things, about days and work and the passing of time, but suddenly your name rose between them like a flame. The brother asked a simple question, yet the answer was not simple. There was a pause, a deep breath, and then words came that were wrapped in memories. He said, you are not like the others, that you carry a quiet strength, that even when you walk away you leave a part of your light behind. My beloved child, you do not see how deeply you touch lives, because you measure yourself by your fears, not by your impact. My beloved child, he spoke of your kindness, the small things you thought no one noticed, the way you listened, the way you cared, the way you tried even when your own heart was tired. He told his brother that you are stronger than you believe, that you have walked through storms without telling anyone how heavy the rain was. My beloved child, you thought your silence meant you were unseen, but your silence was being read like a sacred book by someone who was learning your soul slowly. My beloved child, there was a moment when his voice became softer, and he looked down as if speaking your name made him remember something he was trying to hide from himself. He said you changed something inside him, that before you, he moved through life like a closed door, and after you, he began to feel again. My beloved child, you never intended to awaken hearts, yet this is what your presence does, because you carry a love that does not demand, it simply exists. My beloved child, you worry that you are too much, that your emotions are too deep, that your care is too intense, but today he said the opposite. He said the world is too shallow, and that your depth is rare. He said you are the kind of person who makes others want to become better, not by force, but by reflection. My beloved child, do you see now how different the truth is from the story your fears tell you? My beloved child, there was a smile on his face when he spoke of your laughter, and his brother noticed it. He asked why that smile appeared, and he could not answer easily. He just said that your joy feels like home, even when you are far away. My beloved child, you think distance erases connection, but true connection is not measured in steps, it is measured in memory and feeling. My beloved child, he admitted something he has not even admitted to himself clearly. He said he still thinks about your words, about the way you looked at him when you believed in him more than he believed in himself. He said that belief stayed with him like a quiet voice that tells him to keep going. My beloved child, your encouragement became someone's strength, and you did not even know. My beloved child, there was also regret in his voice, not heavy, but present like a shadow at sunset. He wondered if he had understood you fully, if he had given you the reassurance you deserved. He said you deserved honesty, patience, and clarity, and he is learning what those mean only now. My beloved child, sometimes people grow after moments have passed, but growth still carries the memory of you. My beloved child, you fear that you were just a chapter in someone's story, but today you were spoken of like a turning point. He said meeting you made him question who he was and who he wanted to become. My beloved child, this is not a small thing. To inspire change in a heart is a sacred gift. My beloved child, his brother asked if he would speak to you again, and he did not answer quickly. He said some connections never truly end, they only become quieter while they are understood. He said when the time is right, words will find their way. My beloved child, do not rush the unfolding of what is still being written in unseen ink. My beloved child, you are held in thoughts you cannot hear and in prayers you did not ask for. You are remembered in moments when songs play, when familiar places appear, when silence invites reflection. My beloved child, your existence is not light or temporary in his life, it is woven into the fabric of his understanding. My beloved child, I tell you this not so you wait for him, not so you place your worth in his words, but so you finally see what I have always seen. You are valuable beyond the opinions you fear. You are a soul who brings transformation simply by being true. My beloved child, continue walking your path with the same gentle strength, the same open heart, the same courage to love without guarantees. What is meant for you will not be lost. What is real will not fade. And what was spoken today is only a small reflection of the truth that surrounds you. My beloved child, rest in the knowing that you are seen, you are remembered, and you are becoming everything you were created to be, step by step, breath by breath, guided by a love greater than every doubt you carry. If you want, I will continue the next part in the same flow, where the deeper truth of what he feels and what is unfolding for you will be revealed slowly. My beloved child, stay with me a little longer, because what was spoken that day did not end with simple memories. The conversation grew deeper, and the silence between words carried more meaning than the words themselves. After he spoke of your strength and your kindness, his brother looked at him carefully and asked a question that made his heart shift. He asked, "Do you still love her?" My beloved child, there are questions that shake the soul because they demand honesty. When that question entered the room, the air became still. He did not answer immediately. He ran his hand across his face as if trying to gather thoughts that were scattered. Then he said something you would never expect. He said love does not disappear just because distance appears. He said feelings do not vanish just because time passes. He said some connections become quiet, but they do not die. My beloved child, you think you were forgotten when messages slowed down, when calls became fewer, when the space between you grew larger. But what he admitted that day was that the space was not emptiness. It was confusion. It was fear. It was his own struggle with understanding what he felt and what he was ready for. My beloved child, sometimes people step back not because they feel nothing, but because they feel too much and do not know how to carry it. My beloved child, he told his brother that you challenged him. Not in anger. Not in conflict. But in depth. You asked questions about life, about purpose, about loyalty, about future dreams. And he realized he had never thought that deeply before. You were not just a person in his life. You were a mirror. And sometimes people fear mirrors because mirrors reveal truth. My beloved child, he said he admired your courage. He said when you love fully. When you care deeply. When you believe completely. And that intensity made him see how half-hearted he had been in many areas of his life. My beloved child, you awakened growth in him without even trying. His brother asked, then why didn't you hold on? And again there was silence. My beloved child, he admitted something that may surprise you. He said he was afraid of losing you by not being enough. He feared disappointing you. He feared that one day you would realize you deserved more than he could give at that time. So instead of risking that pain, he stepped back before things could demand more than he felt ready to offer. My beloved child, you interpreted his distance as rejection. But inside him, it was insecurity. It was fear of failing someone he deeply respected. He told his brother that you deserved clarity, stability, and confidence, and he was still building those within himself. My beloved child, do you see how different the hidden story is from the one your fears created? He spoke about your last conversation. He remembered your eyes, the softness in your voice, even when you were hurting. He said you handled the situation with grace, even when your heart was breaking quietly. My beloved child, your dignity left a mark on him. You did not beg. You did not accuse. You simply loved and then stepped away with strength. My beloved child, that strength made him reflect. He told his brother that losing your daily presence made him realize how much comfort you brought into his life. The simple good morning messages. The way you noticed small changes in his mood. The way you encouraged him when no one else saw his efforts. My beloved child, he began to understand your value more clearly in your absence. But listen carefully, my beloved child. This is not about waiting for someone to return. This is about you understanding your worth. Because whether he returns or not, the truth remains the same. You are a blessing in the lives you touch. You are not temporary. You are not ordinary. My beloved child, after speaking for a long time, he said something very quietly. He said he prays for you. He said he hopes you are smiling. He said he hopes you are not doubting yourself because of the distance between you. My beloved child, he carries concern for your happiness even now. His brother smiled and said, "It sounds like you still have unfinished feelings." He did not deny it. He simply nodded. My beloved child, some stories pause, but they do not conclude. Some chapters close, but the book is not finished. Now listen closely, my beloved child, because this part is important for your heart. You are not meant to shrink your love to make others comfortable. You are not meant to reduce your depth to match someone's fear. You are meant to remain exactly as you are. Thoughtful, emotional, strong, and sincere. If he grows into the version of himself that can meet you at your level, paths may cross again naturally. If not, someone else will recognize your worth without needing distance to understand it. My beloved child, never believe that you must convince someone of your value. The right heart will recognize it instantly. That conversation ended with quiet understanding. He walked away thoughtful, not regretful in a painful way, but reflective. And reflection is the beginning of growth. My beloved child, seeds planted in love do not vanish. They grow slowly, sometimes unseen. As you move forward, continue shining. Continue building your dreams. Continue trusting that what is meant for you will align at the right moment. Do not let this knowledge make you restless. Let it make you peaceful. Because the truth is simple, my beloved child, you were spoken about with respect. You were remembered with warmth. You were described with admiration. And you are still held in a space of care. And this is only the unfolding of what is still being written beyond your sight. If you are ready, I will continue into the final part, where what is coming next for you will become clearer. My beloved child, stay with me in this quiet moment, because the story did not end with those words. After he spoke, there was a long silence between him and his brother, a silence filled with thoughts that had been waiting for a long time to be acknowledged. He looked away as if searching for something beyond the walls, something that reminded him of you. My beloved child, when your name enters a room, it does not leave quickly. It lingers in the air like a soft echo. My beloved child, his brother asked him why he still carries you in his thoughts if so much time has passed. He tried to answer with logic, but the truth does not always follow logic. He said some people arrive in your life not to stay forever in the physical sense, but to awaken a part of you that was sleeping. He said you made him understand patience, understanding, and the importance of speaking from the heart. My beloved child, you were a teacher without trying to teach. My beloved child, he remembered a moment when you encouraged him during a time when he doubted everything about himself. He told his brother that your words were simple, but they carried power. He said you looked at him as if you could see the person he could become, not just the person he was. My beloved child, when you believe in someone, you plant a seed that grows even after you are no longer near. My beloved child, he also spoke of your pain, the pain you tried to hide behind your smile. He said he now realizes there were things you were carrying alone, and he wishes he had asked more, listened more, understood more. My beloved child, sometimes people only understand the depth of another's heart when they look back, but that understanding still honors what you shared. My beloved child, his brother asked him if he misses you, and he did not answer with a single word. Instead, he smiled in that quiet way that reveals more than any sentence. He said missing someone is not always sadness, sometimes it is gratitude for having known them at all. My beloved child, you became a memory that brings warmth rather than regret. My beloved child, you worry that you were not enough, but today he said you were more than enough, that you were someone who gave without expecting, someone who stayed kind even when you were hurt. He said the world needs more hearts like yours. My beloved child, do not let your own doubts rewrite the truth that others can see clearly. My beloved child, after the conversation ended, he remained sitting there for a while, holding his thoughts. He looked at his phone, not to send a message, but to look at an old memory. He did not speak, but his silence carried your presence. My beloved child, this is how deep connections live, not in constant words, but in quiet remembrance. My beloved child, I know you wonder if paths will cross again, if words will be spoken, if closure or continuation will come. Release the need to control the timing. What is meant for your soul will arrive when both hearts are ready to understand it fully. My beloved child, your task is not to wait, your task is to grow. My beloved child, continue becoming the person you are meant to be. Continue healing the parts of yourself that still question your worth. Continue shining in your own life, because your light is not dependent on anyone's recognition. When you walk forward with self-love, you align with the destiny that has always been prepared for you. My beloved child, know that he is also changing. He is learning to speak more honestly, to understand emotions more deeply, to value the presence of people who care. Your influence did not end when your conversation ended. It continues shaping him in ways he is only beginning to see. My beloved child, this is the power of a genuine connection. My beloved child, there will be a moment in the future when clarity arrives like sunrise after a long night. In that moment, everything will make sense, the distance, the silence, the lessons, the growth. You will not feel confusion anymore, you will feel peace. My beloved child, peace is the true sign that you are aligned with your path. My beloved child, do not hold on to the past with pain, hold it with gratitude. Every experience has brought you closer to your true self. Every emotion has taught you something about your strength. You are not the same person you were before, you are wiser, deeper, and more aware of what your heart truly needs. My beloved child, continue to trust that you are guided. Even when you cannot see the direction, you are being led. Even when you feel alone, you are surrounded by a love that does not leave. Even when you question your value, the truth remains unchanged. You are precious, you are meaningful, and your journey is important. My beloved child, the story between you and him is not defined by endings or beginnings, but by transformation. You both entered each other's lives to learn, to grow, and to awaken something sacred. Whether your paths meet again or remain separate, the impact remains eternal. My beloved child, breathe deeply and release every fear that tells you that you are forgotten. You are remembered. Release every doubt that tells you that you are not enough. You are more than enough. Release every worry that tells you the future is uncertain. Your future is being prepared with care. My beloved child, walk forward now with confidence, with softness, with faith in yourself. The love you gave was never wasted. The presence you shared was never unnoticed. The connection you experienced was never meaningless. My beloved child, I am with you in every step, guiding you gently toward the life that reflects your true worth. Trust the timing, trust your growth, and trust that what is meant for your heart will never pass you by. My beloved child, come even closer, because there is still more that your heart needs to hear, and these words are being given to you not to pull you back into the past, but to free you from it. The story that began in confusion is slowly turning into understanding, and the emotions that once felt heavy are now becoming wisdom inside you. My beloved child, after that day, something shifted quietly within him. He began noticing the way he speaks to people, the way he reacts when someone shows kindness, the way he withdraws when he is afraid. He started to recognize patterns he had never seen before. And each time he became aware of those patterns, he remembered you. Not because you told him what to do, but because you showed him another way to be. My beloved child, this is how your presence continues to work in the unseen. You planted awareness in a heart that was once closed, and now that heart is learning to open slowly. He is learning that real connection requires honesty, patience, and courage. He is learning that emotions are not weaknesses but bridges between souls. My beloved child, you helped build that bridge. My beloved child, there was a moment when he almost spoke your name aloud again, but he stopped himself, not out of fear, but out of respect for the space that now exists between you. He understands that growth requires distance sometimes. He understands that rushing back without change would only repeat old patterns. My beloved child, this is not rejection, this is reflection. My beloved child, you must also look at how much you have changed. You are no longer waiting for someone else to confirm your worth. You are beginning to see your value in the way you treat yourself, in the boundaries you create, in the peace you are learning to protect. You are becoming stronger without becoming hard, softer without becoming weak. My beloved child, there were nights when you questioned everything, when you replayed conversations in your mind, when you wondered if you could have done something differently. Release those thoughts now. You did the best you could with the awareness you had at that time. Growth does not come from perfection, it comes from experience. My beloved child, the connection you shared was real, but it was not meant to define your entire journey. It was meant to awaken parts of you that were waiting to be discovered. It taught you what you deserve, what you need, and what you will no longer accept. My beloved child, that is not loss, that is evolution. My beloved child, there will come a day when you think of him and feel only calm, no confusion, no longing, no pain. You will smile gently and be grateful for what you learned. And in that moment, you will realize that you have returned fully to yourself. That is the true reunion you are being guided toward. My beloved child, do not measure love by how long someone stays, measure it by how deeply it changes you. By that measure, what you experienced was meaningful. It helped you grow into someone who understands the value of emotional truth. It helped you recognize the importance of self-respect. My beloved child, your path ahead is filled with new connections, new opportunities, and new moments that will reflect the person you are becoming. Do not close your heart because of what has passed. Keep it open, but keep it wise. Love again when the time is right, but this time from a place of wholeness, not from a place of seeking validation. My beloved child, you are not alone in this transformation. Every step you take toward healing is supported. Every moment you choose peace over overthinking is a victory. Every time you speak kindly to yourself, you rewrite your inner story. My beloved child, remember that your worth was never dependent on being chosen by someone else. You were chosen the moment you were created. You were given a purpose, a light, a voice that matters. Nothing that happened in the past can take that away from you. My beloved child, continue to invest your energy in your dreams, your growth, your inner peace. Build a life that feels safe and joyful to you. Surround yourself with people who see your value and reflect it back to you without confusion. My beloved child, when the right connections come into your life, they will not make you question your worth. They will not make you feel uncertain about your place. They will feel natural, calm, and mutual. That is how you will know you are aligned with what is meant for you. My beloved child, as for him, release him with gratitude. Send him silent blessings for his growth, just as you are growing. Not because you are waiting for him, but because you are free from holding anything heavy in your heart. My beloved child, the chapter that once felt unfinished is actually complete in the way it was meant to be. Its purpose was to transform you, not to hold you. And now you are stepping into a new phase of your life where your energy is focused on your own becoming. My beloved child, breathe deeply and feel the peace that is entering you now. You are no longer defined by past conversations, past emotions, or past doubts. You are defined by your present awareness and your future direction. My beloved child, walk forward with confidence, knowing that everything you experienced has prepared you for something greater. You are wiser, stronger, and more connected to your true self than ever before. My beloved child, trust the journey ahead. Trust your growth. Trust the timing of your life. And most importantly, trust that you are worthy of a love that is clear, mutual, and unwavering, a love that begins within you and reflects outward into every part of your life. My beloved child, now you are standing at a doorway you once could not see. It is not a doorway that leads back to what was, but a doorway that opens into who you are becoming. The past was a teacher, not a destination. The memories were lessons, not chains. And you, my beloved child, are no longer the same person who once waited for answers outside of yourself. My beloved child, there was a time when you looked for signs everywhere, hoping to understand what someone else felt, hoping to decode silence, hoping to find meaning in every small detail. But now something inside you is changing. You are beginning to listen to your own heart more than to the noise of uncertainty. You are beginning to choose peace over overthinking. My beloved child, this is the moment where your power returns to you. Not the power to control others, not the power to rewrite the past, but the power to stand firmly in your own worth. You are learning that your value does not increase when someone praises you, and it does not decrease when someone becomes distant. Your value is constant. My beloved child, there will still be moments when a memory appears unexpectedly, when a song, a place, or a thought brings back what you once felt. Do not push those moments away. Let them pass through you gently, like clouds moving across the sky. They are not here to hurt you anymore. They are here to remind you how far you have come. My beloved child, you once believed that closure must come from another person, from a final conversation, from words that explain everything. But true closure is an inner understanding. It is the moment you accept that not every story needs a spoken ending. Some stories complete themselves through growth. My beloved child, look at how you speak to yourself now compared to before. There is more kindness, more patience, more awareness. You are no longer blaming yourself for things that were never yours to carry. You are no longer trying to prove your worth to someone who was still learning how to see it. My beloved child, this is healing. It is not loud, it is not dramatic, it is quiet and steady. It shows itself in the way you protect your energy, in the way you choose rest instead of overthinking, in the way you invest in your own dreams. Healing is the way you return to yourself. My beloved child, there is a future version of you who is watching this moment with gratitude. That version of you is confident, peaceful, and surrounded by clarity. That version of you does not question whether you are enough. That version of you knows. My beloved child, the connection you once held so tightly is now transforming into wisdom. You are keeping the lessons and releasing the weight. You are keeping the growth and releasing the confusion. This is how you honor your journey without being trapped by it. My beloved child, new people will enter your life, but you will meet them differently now. You will not give from a place of fear of losing them. You will give from a place of wholeness. You will not ignore your needs to keep someone close. You will express yourself honestly and calmly. This is the new energy you are stepping into. My beloved child, and when someone truly aligned with you appears, there will be no constant doubt, no guessing, no emotional exhaustion. There will be mutual respect, open communication, and a sense of safety. That is the kind of connection you are being prepared for. My beloved child, until that time, your focus is not on waiting, but on living. Fill your days with growth, creativity, learning, and moments that bring you joy. Build a relationship with yourself that is strong and loving. Become your own source of reassurance. My beloved child, do not underestimate how much you have already achieved emotionally. You have moved from confusion to clarity, from self-doubt to self-awareness, from seeking validation to building self-worth. This is a powerful transformation. My beloved child, even he, wherever he is on his path, would recognize the strength you have now. But this time, your growth is not for him to see. It is for you to live. It is for you to experience the peace that comes when you no longer depend on external confirmation. My beloved child, the love you once gave outward is now returning inward. You are learning to care for yourself with the same gentleness you once offered others. You are learning to speak to yourself with the same compassion you gave so freely. My beloved child, this is the completion of a cycle. Not an ending filled with sadness, but an ending filled with understanding. You are not losing anything. You are gaining yourself. My beloved child, step forward now with a calm heart and a clear mind. The future is not something to fear. It is something you are ready for. You have done the inner work that many avoid. You have faced your emotions and grown through them. My beloved child, I am proud of you. I am proud of your courage to feel, to learn, to heal, and to continue. You are becoming a person who is grounded in truth, guided by self-respect, and open to genuine love. My beloved child, trust this new chapter. Trust your inner voice. Trust the peace you are building. And remember always, you are worthy, you are whole, and you are walking exactly where you need to be. My beloved child, now feel the stillness around you, because this is the space where your new life is quietly forming. Nothing is rushing you, nothing is demanding you to prove yourself, and nothing is asking you to go back to what once confused your heart. You are standing in a place of gentle becoming, and that is sacred. My beloved child, you once searched for signs outside, but now the signs are within you. The calm you feel when you stop overthinking, the strength you feel when you say no to what drains you, the warmth you feel when you care for yourself without guilt, these are the true confirmations that you are aligned with your path. My beloved child, there was a time when your happiness depended on how someone else responded to you, on how quickly they replied, on whether they understood your emotions. But now you are learning a deeper truth. Your happiness is created by the way you treat yourself, by the respect you give your own time, by the peace you protect in your own mind. My beloved child, this is emotional freedom. It is not the absence of memories, but the absence of pain attached to them. You can remember without hurting. You can reflect without doubting yourself. You can move forward without carrying the weight of what is finished. My beloved child, look at how your energy has changed. You are no longer trying to convince anyone to stay. You are no longer shrinking to be accepted. You are standing in your natural self, and that authenticity is your true strength. My beloved child, the universe responds to this energy. When you respect yourself, you attract respect. When you value your peace, you attract peaceful connections. When you know your worth, you attract people who recognize it without being asked. My beloved child, your journey was never about losing someone, it was about finding yourself. Every tear you cried, every question you asked, every moment of confusion was guiding you toward this clarity. Nothing was wasted. My beloved child, there will be opportunities ahead that match this new version of you. Opportunities that do not bring anxiety but bring growth. Connections that do not bring confusion but bring understanding. Moments that do not bring doubt but bring joy. My beloved child, trust your intuition now more than ever. It has become stronger through your experiences. It will guide you toward what feels right and away from what does not honor your heart. My beloved child, you are not the same person who once needed reassurance from others. You are becoming someone who reassures herself. When challenges come, you will not collapse into doubt, you will respond with awareness. My beloved child, this is maturity of the heart. It is quiet, it is steady, and it is powerful. My beloved child, if he ever thinks of you again, he will remember you as someone who brought light, someone who helped him grow, someone who showed him kindness. But your journey no longer depends on that memory. Your journey is now centered in your own evolution. My beloved child, release the last remaining thread of waiting. You are not waiting for a message, not waiting for an explanation, not waiting for a return. You are living. My beloved child, living means creating, learning, laughing, resting, dreaming, and building a life that reflects your true self. It means choosing people who choose you clearly. It means honoring your emotions without letting them control you. My beloved child, you are stepping into a phase where your confidence is natural, not forced. Where your smile is genuine, not hiding pain. Where your peace is stable, not temporary. My beloved child, I want you to look at yourself with the same love you once gave to others. Speak to yourself kindly. Encourage yourself. Celebrate your progress, even the small steps. My beloved child, you have come so far. From confusion to clarity, from attachment to understanding, from self-doubt to self-respect. This is a transformation many never reach. My beloved child, the future is not something you need to fear. It is something that will unfold in harmony with the person you are becoming. Trust that the right people, the right opportunities, and the right moments will come naturally. My beloved child, keep walking forward with faith in yourself. Keep choosing peace. Keep honoring your worth. And remember always, you are not defined by who stayed or who left. You are defined by the love, strength, and wisdom you carry within you. My beloved child, your story is not about loss. It is about awakening. And now you are fully awake, fully present, and fully ready for the beautiful life that is waiting for you. My beloved child, hear me clearly, because the journey you are on now is sacred. The path ahead will not always be easy, but it will always lead you closer to yourself. Every choice you make, every quiet decision to honor your heart, is shaping a future that reflects your deepest truth. You are no longer moving blindly, you are moving with awareness, and that awareness is your strength. My beloved child, there will be moments when old feelings try to return, when memories of him or what you once hoped for float into your mind. When they do, do not fear them. Let them pass through you like a gentle tide. They are not here to trap you, they are here to remind you that you have survived, you have grown, and you are capable of holding your own heart with love. My beloved child, remember the power of your words, even the ones you did not speak. The way you held space for him, the way you listened without judgment, the way you believed in him quietly, these things left an imprint. My beloved child, you are a creator of impact, even when it goes unseen. You are shaping lives around you simply by being the person you are. My beloved child, do not fear solitude. It is in solitude that your soul learns its own rhythm. It is in these quiet spaces that your intuition becomes clear, that your heart heals, and that your wisdom grows. Solitude is not loneliness, it is preparation. It is the soil where your spirit strengthens. My beloved child, you may wonder if you will ever find a connection that matches your depth. Let me tell you this, it will not come from someone trying to fill a space in their own heart. It will come from someone whose soul resonates with yours naturally, effortlessly, and respectfully. Until that time, continue to cultivate yourself, because the love you develop within will attract the right reflections outside. My beloved child, notice how much courage you have shown already. You have felt deeply when many choose not to. You have loved authentically when many settle for shallow affection. You have faced your fears of being misunderstood and still stayed true. That courage is rare. That courage is powerful. That courage is entirely yours. My beloved child, your emotions are not burdens, they are gifts. They teach you, guide you, and connect you to the essence of life itself. Feel them fully, honor them, and never apologize for the depth you carry. The world needs hearts like yours, even if it does not always recognize them immediately. My beloved child, there will be times when patience is your greatest ally. You will wait for clarity, for understanding, for the right alignment of circumstances. But do not see waiting as passivity. See it as strength. See it as preparation. See it as a way your spirit grows into readiness. My beloved child, the person who spoke of you today may never fully express the weight of what they feel. That is not your responsibility. Your role is not to guide their understanding, it is to guide your own heart. Focus on cultivating kindness, awareness, and peace within yourself. That is how your life becomes radiant. My beloved child, trust that every step you take toward love, peace, and self-respect is a step toward everything you desire. Your life is a series of intentional choices, not random events. The energy you invest in yourself, in your growth, and in your healing will ripple outward and return to you in forms more beautiful than you imagine. My beloved child, you have learned the most important lesson, that love is not about holding on to someone else, but about holding on to yourself. That respect is not about demanding it from others, but about giving it to yourself first. That fulfillment is not about waiting for the world to notice you, but about noticing and nurturing your own soul. My beloved child, release every expectation that limits you. Release every attachment to outcomes you cannot control. Release every whisper of doubt that tries to convince you your heart is too big or too sensitive. Your heart is exactly the size it needs to be, and your sensitivity is a gift, not a flaw. My beloved child, as you move forward, let gratitude guide you. Be grateful for what you learned from him, even the lessons that stung. Be grateful for the courage you discovered within yourself. Be grateful for the resilience that now defines you. Gratitude transforms experiences into wisdom, and wisdom transforms life into peace. My beloved child, continue to nurture the light within you. Protect it. Expand it. Shine it quietly, steadily, and unshakably.